Hi, April here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I started a journey to find myself back in 2005 when I had a life-changing experience happen, and that was when my husband passed away, and I came home from teaching a seminar and my life changed. And everything and all the focus and everything going on in my life made a major change, a major shift, a major difference. And I had to start on a journey of finding some greater understanding of who I am. Who am I? Where am I going? What's my purpose? What is the journey? And as I've been doing that, many different lessons have come up over time. Many different I don't want to call them lessons, many different life experiences were coming up and were fulfilling it and were finding their course within me. And it became quite evident and quite aware to me that our words carry meaning. Our words carry life. Our words carry our future. And as I think about that and as I focus on that, I think to myself, yes, science has now proven that the vibration from our words with the neurons in our brain signal down into the body and all of that, and it creates. Our words and our thoughts create. Our thoughts are the most empowering part of us. And as I'm thinking about this and as I'm working with this and I'm beginning to get a better understanding of this, the thought comes to me, why is it some people get ahead and why is it some people don't? Why is it some people have too much month and not enough money and other people have abundance of month and abundance of money? Why is it some people's health is stellar and why is it some people's healths are a struggle? And then I got thinking, wow, if you talk to somebody and they say, oh, I think I'm catching a cold, they have that cold within a very short period of time. They've created the reality of that with their thoughts, with their words, and by stepping into that awareness. And when you do that, it's like you've taken this whole idea and you've created this plane of existence that is really not something you want. And then I got thinking about, where does that come from? Where does all of this begin to flow in and around our space? And immediately I started thinking about our programming. What did we learn? What did our parents teach us? What have our teachers taught us? For example, we can't get that, we don't have enough money. I can't do that because you better not do that or you're going to get hurt. You're going to get deathly ill if you don't put that hat on your head. All of those are things that we have heard. Those are things that we have applied to ourselves. And teachers, you're not going to amount to anything if you don't get to this. You're not going to be able to have anything in life if you don't accomplish this. Those are different programmings. Those are different ways of wording and different things that have been put into us and fed into us, and we're made to believe them, and we just take it on and we just put it into our lives. And my question to you is, how's that working for you? When you think about it, how is that working for you? It kind of stinks. It really is no fun to get to the end of the month and be thinking, what can you borrow from next month to pay into this month? And or what can you do here or what can you do there? And all of those are factors that are limitations. They're misbelieved concepts that we've taken on to ourselves. And it takes approximately 30 days for a habit to be formed. So this is all habitual behavior. And if you think about it, it's our thoughts. And then when we make them into words, it's like signature. It's like engraving it into our psyche, engraving it into our vibrational energy. And so we have to figure out how to break free of that, how to remove that from our space, how to push it away from us, and how to be empowered, how to sit up straight and own and declare who it is that we are and where we're going in our lifetimes. There's so many things that want to hold us back that begin to become what I like to call perceived limitations. And we don't have to live with those limitations. We don't have to accept those limitations. We don't even have to acknowledge them as limitations. Rather, start looking at it from the perspective of, I'm reprogramming that. I'm changing that energy. I am not going to sit in this lower frequency space. So I'm going to become very aware of what's going on. I'm going to be presently active in everything that I do in my life. And when you're presently active, that means you're picking up your words. That means you're hearing what you're saying. It means you're hearing what you're thinking and applying the knowledge that you have that says, I don't have to accept that. I don't have to accept that training. I don't have to accept that programming. I am going to reprogram. I am going to reset everything into motion. How do I do that? You start with breaking that habit. So let's go 30 days. Take a 30-day challenge here. And for these 30 days, every time you catch yourself stating or making a statement of limitation, I want you to have a power word or a power statement that you can say that's going to reclaim your rights, your birthright, your integrity, your true intrinsic self, who you came here to be, not to who you came here to be programmed to be. So with that, mine is anything that no longer serves my higher good, it's out of here. I no longer allow it into my life. So when I catch myself with these lack thoughts, when I catch myself with these doubts, I wonder if I can do that, or I'm worried, or all of those type of things, I immediately stop right where I'm at, time out, time out, time out, and I say, that which no longer serves my higher good has got to go, and that thought is one of those items that has to go. I can do any and everything I set my intentions to do. I am blessed. I am abundant. I am healthy. Finding that voice within yourself that is empowering. In order to do this, you have to begin to realize that you have value and you have worth. When you have value and you have worth, you can conquer the world. When you understand your value and when you understand your worth, there's no stopping what you can do, where you can go, what you can accomplish. And when you go into that place and into that understanding of my worth, my worth is so great that the limitations have no boundaries, and they can't have any room, they can't have any space in my world. And when I hold myself true to that, and I move into that higher awareness, it immediately makes a change. It immediately makes me hold my head higher. It immediately keeps me aware of what's going on around me. What am I seeing? Who am I hanging out with? Who's bringing me down with their thoughts? Who's bringing me down with their words? Who's maybe bringing in a negative vibration with their own garbage, with their own agenda, with their own plans, and they just keep having to dump it on me? No, I don't have room for that. That which no longer serves my highest good is out of here. The old saying, see the hand? There's the hand. No, you can't cross that. You can't do this. You can't be in this space because I am operating from the highest frequency that I can possibly operate from. And when you begin to understand that, and you're doing a checks and balances, and you're observing, and you're listening, and you're watching, and you know that your truth is the truth that your life should be, and not something else that somebody programmed you to be, to think, or to do, but for you to embrace and to hold dear to your heart. My name's April. You can go to my website. I have two of them. One is aprillugo.com. The other one is aprilllugophd.com. I invite you to go in and find out some of the programs and some of the different things that we're offering to help you embrace and to get a hold of your life and get a hold of the truth of who you are, and not accepting these limitations and not accepting these lies that have been applied to you all of your life, when you can move forward and you can be blessed. Send me an email at aprilllugophd@yahoo.com, and I'll be happy to add you to our email list, to our update on videos, to our newsletter, to the different things that we're offering at different times. But I really am wanting to get you on the email list so you can follow these videos, because these videos are impacting and they're life-changing. And that's the whole purpose of what I'm sharing with you and for you, is so that we can give you power, so that you can make a difference. One little drop can make a difference in the entire ocean of life. And that's what I want you to feel the empowerment of. And I want you to be aware of, and I want you to be thinking, what am I thinking? What are my thoughts? What are the people around me feeding me as thoughts? What are the words that are coming out of my mouth? Are they life-giving or are they not life-taking? And putting that power word into play can be whatever you want it to be, can be whatever you want to, that tells that limitation to go away. It's no longer allowed in your space. The next video I'll be sharing will take you on this journey a little bit further of owning your own personal power and stepping forward through that. It's aprilllugo.com or aprilllugophd.com, and if you'd like to send me an email, it's aprilllugophd@yahoo.com, and I invite you to come on this journey with us, changing lives.